In today's video, I am going to be showing you 5 different plays that you can use to be able to punish a 2-3 zone. I just can't believe there's so many coaches using a 2-3 zone. It seems like everybody is. So let's really look at it and see how we can torture these teams that are running 2-3 zones. Now, this app I can draw on, it's called Playbook. You can get the link down in the description below. And one of the easiest ways to be able to torture a 2-3 zone is by running a 5-out. And I'm going to show you how in the first play that I'm going to show you today. And you can get the complete guide to the 5-out offense down in the description below. Now, when it comes to the 2-3 zone, you have to understand that the high post is one of the easiest ways to be able to beat it, but also being able to get the ball into the paint is one of the easiest ways to beat it as well. But one of the best ways of beating it is attacking these gaps. Even attacking the gaps that are down here are very preferable that you can actually do. So first off, player 1 can pass to his right or left. It doesn't necessarily matter, but let's just say he passes to his left. It is going to take time for player 3 to go and cover until player 2 can then recover, and then he can go back to his spot. This all takes time. While player 3 is covering here, that's a swing pass to player 4. Now there's a massive gap right here. Most likely the defense will move like this, but that's still a massive gap that we can attack. That is going to be attacked, and of course we can now, because we got 2 feet in the key, we can kick the ball out to the opposite side. Well, now player 4's job is to show and recover. And because he's showing and then recovering until player 1 can get over there, well, while that's happening, we can now pass to player 5. Player 5 is obviously going to be covering that low post, but before he gets there, player 5 is going to be attacking and potentially getting that layup. But just by merely collapsing this defense again, we could have a kick-out pass, let's say, to the corner. Now they're trying to recover out. Pass up. Attack again. If there's a lot of mistakes, we could get another high-low pass. There's so many different options, but just by driving and kicking and trying to get this ball into the paint as often as possible is going to be preferable with the 5-out. To be honest, absolutely honest with you, the 5-out is actually really good because let's say you've stretched the defense to here. Let's say this is where they're at. Well, now player 4 could set that screen on player 1. Player 1 can attack player 1 red hard, and because of that, we move player 5 into the low post. Player 4 rolls off. That draws player 5, where now if player 5 blue can seal his man, this is a pass down here. If this happens all so fast, then we would have a pass to player 4, that draws here, and then a high-low pass, easy. You can also run some kind of a high-low or overload offense, and this one specifically works really well. So by passing the ball to the wing, that show and recover that I was just showing you or telling you about, we can use that to our advantage. So player 4 can set the screen up here, player 1 can go through, and because this screen was set, that means that player 4 cannot recover. Remember, show until he recovers and then you move back. And if he can't move over to go and cover this, well, now you've got player 1 wide open for that 3-point shot. You could even really mess with a team. And instead, after they make this pass, you can set a screen on this guy so that now they're still stuck. And then player 1 could attack, let's say, for example, and player 4 could roll off. And that allows for a pass to player 4 who has the wide open lane. Now they're way out of position. Player 5 has to be ready to make that layup. Now, I really enjoy running a high post player against a 2-3 zone. The reason why is because now this is where the defense is kind of sitting. And you've basically made them match up in a man defense. So now by player 5 getting that ball, he can be very methodical. This is a player who has to be a very good passer. He has to be methodical, doesn't have to move fast. I don't want him to move fast. Slow is pro in this case. If he takes 1 dribble this way, collects this guy, kick out 3. If he gets that ball and he's able to roll off of this guy and attack here, he's collapsed, kick out 3. Or player 4 can then drive, and this can be just a dump down for a layup. Or what may also happen is if player 4 is caught looking, player 3 can cut back door, and it's a simple pass for a layup. There's a lot of options out of this. If nothing is open, we can do the kick out pass here. Player 5 moves over. Player 4 moves back out. We're still matched up, but now we're matched up in a 2-3. we're forcing that team to match up when we run a single high post player. He gets that ball, he might collapse here. Player 1 could cut. He could be open for a layup. If that collapses player 4, we kick it for a 3. And then we have rebounders here ready to get the rebound if player 3 was to miss. Now this last play is a horns offense. I know there's a lot of coaches that say horns doesn't work for zones, but it actually does, especially this one. So if you want my high school horns basketball playbook, it is down in the description below as well. I actually really like the horns offense against a 2-3 zone. So the reason being is you can make it so that you can force the other team to make a mistake. So obviously they're going to be closing the top because there is the chance of setting these screens, having player 1 attack this guy, and now he's in a decision-making mode and how to guard player 1. However, that's not what we're doing today, and that is a play that could be ran. What I'm going to show you today is player 1 dribbles over to one right or left side. That's forcing player 1 to match up. We're now forcing guys to essentially match up in a man-to-man. And by getting that ball into player 4, what we are doing now is having player 5 cut across the key. So the opposite side cuts across. If he doesn't collect a defender, this is a layup. If he collects player 3, it's a kick out to player 2 for a wide open 3-point shot with 2 guys ready for rebounds on the opposite side, because usually with the ball shooting on that side, it balances to the complete opposite side. I hope that this play and these plays help your team win more games. Make sure to go check out the complete guide to the 5-out offense that is down in the description below. Make sure to go check out the Horns High School playbook that is also down there too. And I'll see you guys again in my next video. If you're a basketball coach and you want your players to shoot from further away or just have more range, make sure to go check out the shooting workout that is down in the description below as well.